your process in producing these. So for all of your shows, or I don't want to disrespect and say skits or anything like that, but like all of your,
I ain't sensitive. You can say you get
for sure. So all of your pieces that you put out, they have a level of production value to them, and a level of acting and lighting and things like that. Is this something you're funding yourself?
Yes, initially. So when it came to the sketches, initially it was whatever camera. I had a camera for years, and my thing was behind the camera. Even before 2017, I was shooting stuff. I was writing and shooting for other people. I was writing and shooting. Let's say I shoot a sketch that I'm gonna have somebody in. I'm not even in the sketches. I got sketches that I'm not even involved in, but that I produced myself. And a lot of times, if you got a camera and you got a couple lights from Amazon from way back then, 10 years ago, when they were photo lights, they wasn't even cinema lights. They were photo lights. I was using that. I still got them in my little closet. And I was doing the best I can with the lighting I had, with the camera I had, and I had a computer so I could edit myself. So yeah, I was producing everything myself initially, writing it, shooting it. If I'm in front of the camera, then I'm having someone else shoot it. You know what I'm saying? One of my partners, or somebody I might have taught somebody how to shoot for me at that point, because I had no money to pay anybody. So initially it was me writing and directing all my content. Over the last 4 years, 4.5, I've been hiring writers as well, in addition to myself, to complete a lot of these series, because it's a lot of series, there's a lot of pages, a lot of writing, and we can't work fast enough. So the objective is to shoot as much as I can, as fast as I can, and it's kind of hard to do that if I'm writing everything myself. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, and shout out to Big Q also. I think he's one of your
Q.
Yeah, my God, man, that's cool. Dude. I found out something in myself, and I've said this the other day. I posted it, and I was talking to my wife about it. Like, I'm the bottleneck of everything that I do, and I'm holding it up. So like when you say like you knew you had to go and get writers, you knew you had to go and get all these other people because stuff's got to keep going. You know what I mean? What brought you to that realization?
Bruh, I had a conversation years ago with a room full of homies and my other partner, who's my manager, Dave, and I was like, man, I don't want nobody writing for me, bro. I'm cool. I can write it all myself. And I was naive. I wouldn't even say naive, because I know some people who do write all these different shows themselves. It's possible. It's just, but I also think they're in a different place. I'm in a place where I'm still trying to make it. I'm still trying to get going. So the faster and the more productive I can be, the better. And writing it, I'm not a fast writer. You know what I'm saying? I used to be. But after doing so many sketches without writing, I've shot over 500 sketches and I haven't written any of them, right? So I got out of the habit of writing. So now I'm so used to just turning the camera on, grabbing the actors and directing on the spot. I got to sit down and actually sit down and start writing the scripts. And I can do that. That's not a problem. But my mind is so, I realize when I sit at the computer, I always feel like I should be doing something else. I should be editing something. I should be reading something else. I should be reading the script. I should be writing the script. I should be preparing for the next project I'm doing. And so instead of allowing myself to waste time, take more time than necessary, doing everything myself, I got to buckle down and be more productive by hiring other people. You know what I'm saying? It's been working out. It's been it's the best idea. It's the best idea that I didn't come up with, because everybody else was telling me, "Hey man, you need to get some writers." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And it wasn't an ego thing. It's not that no one can write for me. I'm the best writer in the world. It's not the case at all. I'm specific. I'm very meticulous about what I want, the kind of comedy I want, the kind of the dialogue or the delivery. So I write it a certain type of way, and it wasn't until recently when I started coming across people in my camp that are writers as well, that know my voice, that know how to write for me, and they do a great job doing it, and it works out. So season 3 through 5 has been a group effort. Season 2 was me and another guy who was my DP for season 5. Don't want to confuse anybody, but season 2, I wrote season 2 with one other guy, and we were a 2-man band. We wrote the outline. We didn't even write the script. We wrote the outline and shouted ourselves, and he edited. And so, yeah, it was just us two doing that. Season 3, 4, 5, I've had a whole production crew to do that with, so we can move it smoother and faster.
Yeah. What's your process when you go to write? So I know I was I like to try to do these in person, but I know your manager Dame and Shantae, I think that's how you say her name.
Was you in LA? You in LA?
Yeah, well, I'm in Palmdale, but I'm in LA.
Okay.
I can go anywhere and shoot there.
Yeah. We could have. If you in Cali, I mean, you in LA, we could have met up. But it's all good.
Yeah,
Either way, bro.
good. But no, they were saying you were busy writing. So, like, what's your process to get into your writing mode? Like, what programs do you use? Like, what do you do?
I use Final Draft. Final Draft is a writing software I use. I used to when I was broke. I used to use Celtics, Celtics or Celtics.
Yep.
Celtics is the writing software. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I only upgraded to Final Draft because I had the money to do that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Celtics has certain perks that Final Draft does. Like you can collaborate with other writers with your script through Final Draft, and you might be able to do that with Celtics too. But I'm not sure. But yeah, so I use Final Draft to write all my scripts on. I edit on Premiere Pro. I used to edit on Final Cut. Most of the editing is done by my sketches are done by Q. He does most of my editing. 99% of my editing is done with him. But I still do every now and then have to do something real fast, do something quick. I edit myself. Mm-hmm. But the process is, man, I listen to music. If I'm writing some stuff for Lesbian Homie, which is kind of turned into like a rom-com. Mm-hmm. I listen to like R&B. I listen to like little romantic songs and shit, or toxic songs, toxic R&B songs to kind of jog my memory or give me some ideas for where to go with this scene. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to like the West Coast hood, should I do? I'm listening to some Snoop or some Pac or some Dog Pound, or some either it could be some YG, some AZ Chike. So it's all the dudes from LA on West Coast, even in the Bay. I listen to them too when I'm writing some hood shit. So that's kind of how, because I'm a music guy. I love music. I'm a soundtrack guy. I love bringing soundtracks back to cinema. So sometimes back in the day, you watch a movie and the soundtrack be just as good as the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Soundtracks, man. I miss soundtracks.
So that's the goal. The goal is to bring that back as much as possible. I watch Friday all the time. It's one of my biggest influences when it comes to filmmaking. F. Gary Gray, John Singleton, Spike Lee, Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. These are the guys that I've watched. I watched many more, but I really would love to meet these guys and talk and pick their brain, about filmmaking and storytelling. So that's my process. I usually sit down and so I try to get a title in there first. If not, then I don't even worry about the title, but I try to get one in, or I just start from page one. What's my thoughts? Or I might outline it. I started outlining over the last couple of years. That's a little easier to write the project when you outline first. Before, I used to go straight to write the project. Mm-hmm. Without outlining, it takes longer, but also it possibly, most likely, is going to make for a faster write.
Yeah. It's hard to just raw dog a script, bro. Like you can't. Right. It's tough to just get up there and look at that blank page when you.
I'm gonna keep it 100. It used to be easy for me, bro. But with the sketches. The sketches is the one idea, 1 5-minute sketch, right?
That part. Right.
I've done hundreds of them. So there's so many ideas that I've already done. So before I just grab a page and I raw dog page 1 and I'm like, ooh, I did that already. Ooh, damn, I did that already. Damn, that's too similar to that. That's too similar to this. Damn, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So now let me take my time because I didn't wrote so many different ideas, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, But yeah, the process of outlining can be fun too, especially when you have a group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it could be a little cluttered too when there's too many people with too many different ideas, and you find yourself not writing shit. But sometimes when we click and we all on the same page, man, that outlining process goes great.
Yeah, I find the outline to be way more beneficial when you start to get into episodic or 30 minutes plus, you know what I mean? Yes. Like 5-10 pages, 15, you could probably
I knock that out. Yeah,
but now when you got to go 30 pages across 8 episodes or something like that,
and 10 plus different characters,
keeping track of everybody,
plots,
that's when it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So one of my things with editing, and it would go back to the bottleneck part of it, is my biggest thing is I feel like if I have somebody else do it, I'm going to end up having to redo it anyway. And that's always the tough part.
Same way.
So how you said something earlier about your team and your writers now know your voice. How long did it take for them to understand like the Bigg Jah voice and the Bigg Jah brand and how you like to write?
Probably one writer in particular is Ken Edwin. Ken Edwin is my buddy. He's one of my crew members from the whole crew of Stupid. He's a guy that I started with. You know what I'm saying? So when I started full time 2017, I met him. Known him before, but when I say I met him as a creator. I knew him as a comedian. We knew each other from in a comedy for years, but we didn't know that neither one of us knew that we were actually creating content outside of the stage. So once I realized he was a creator like that, we got together, we started linking, and we've been kicking it ever since. That's almost 10 years ago. So, he understands. We come from the same place. I'm from South Central. He's from Pasadena. Very similar places. Slightly different, but very similar when it comes to understanding the culture. So he knows I'm very culture based with my content. A lot of the stuff I do and how I talk is very West Coast, Southern Cali. And he understands that too. So it's not even that he's writing in my word, in my voice. He's writing in the voice of the culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he understands it all off top already. So, that he's one of my main writing partners. Ken, and we actually just finished the first draft of a film that we just finished about maybe 4 days ago. Mm-hmm. That we'll go back and clean it up, but for the most part, it's done. And I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. He's hilarious. We both come from stand-up comedy. We both come from writing and in performing. So he's the main guy I write with, and the other people who I've been who I write with as well. I've been shooting with them almost just as long. You know, Jada Faye, Dean Will. I've been shooting with them for at least 7-8 years. So they see my comedy. They've been in my sketches. They've been directed by me. They see me, the kind of the words I make them say when they're in my content. I want you to say this. When you come out the bedroom, say this. When you come down the stairs, you say that. You go over here and you kick the door open, you say that. So they know what I'm expecting. So, and they're also writers. So when they know they're writing a Bigg Jah project, they know kind of how to form the dialogue, how to form the delivery. You know what I'm saying? So we've been working together for so long, it's kind of like automatic almost. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but even when I was only writing all my stuff myself, even my homegirl Jada Faye, she used to ask me for a couple of years, like, John, when you gonna let me write for you? And I was like, I don't know. And she's a great writer. I love her content. She's a genius. Yeah. She's great. She's on Shonda Rhimes level at a young age. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised that she gets to that level. But she was like, let me write for you. But she was like tiptoe, because you know how I am about me writing for myself. So when she wrote her first sketch for me, it went viral. It was great. And so I was like, oh shit, she showed me once, and ever since then she wrote a pilot for me before. She wrote on season 4 and 5, and she assisted writing on season 3. You know what I'm saying? So she's dope. Yeah,
she's dope. She's actually supposed to come and visit the studio here, hopefully.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I rock with her content.
He is next. He is the future, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I found myself trying to just get with more filmmakers and get with more of the creatives, that are of the culture here, and you know what I mean. So that's how I came across you and Jay and all that. So it's dope to see y'all working together.